material and spiritual topics are discussed. So what is the nature of love? Srila Prabhupada said, love and hate are different. It is the spiritual soul's nature to love God. It is the mental speculator's nature to hate Him. On the platform of love, the platform of devotional service of supreme religious principles, and to service and of service to the Lord. There is no conflict of interest. There's only complete harmony. As soon as we fall down from the platform of cultivating love of God, however, we begin to see one another as objects of enjoyment. The entire human race is meant to serve Krishna. When people realize this, they will no longer have problems. They will understand themselves as Vaishnavas, and there will be natural loving exchanges between themselves and other Vaishnavas. There's no love in this material world because everywhere here has a conflict of interest. Chaitanya is far away from the reality what we experience in this material world. So anyway, it's very difficult also to accept or to understand for outsiders. There is another question. Man-made religion does not appear to be the eternal religion of the soul. What is your opinion in this regard? Srila Prabhupada says, apart from the Sanatana Dharma described in Srimad Bhagavatam and the Bhagavad Dharma preached by Sri Chaitanya Dev, every other religion born from human knowledge is filled with imaginations and cheating. Bhagavad Dharma, the pure religion of the soul that Sri Chaitanya Dev preached, is the only religion free from cheating. It is therefore approved and practiced by non-envious saintly persons. So Bhagavad Dharma is the eternal religious principle received through disciplic succession. Bhagavad Dharma or Sanatana Dharma, both is considered real religion. Because it is religious principle received through the disciple succession. It is not speculation. It is coming down to unlimited saintly person, realized persons, to us, even in this age of Kali, we have the chance to understand or to practice. So various current religious systems are manufactured religion that is mental speculation. They are not the soul's eternal religion. Chaitanya Charitamrita states, Chaitanya Goswami, Eko he se mutta sara yata mutta se shava taragara. Whatever meaning Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives is perfect. Any other interpretation is only a distortion. As the soul is eternal, so our occupational duty is eternal. God enacts religious principles. No one other than the 12 Mahajans and their followers know about them. How therefore can religion be created by man? Is there any question or anything clear? Usually Srila Prabhupada's preaching is very clear and there's no alternative. Because he is speaking what he is speaking. He is speaking what is given down through the disciplic succession by the example the Mahajans, who are following strictly. Nobody has created religion. It is always there. As the spirit soul is always there, as Supreme Lord is always there. So in the same way is our relation with the Supreme is always there. Just by turning away from this conception, we find different religions adjusted to our personal or to mundane understanding. So, Sanatana Dharma or Bhagavad Dharma is nothing of this world. It can be only practiced on the plane of soul. We are spirit soul, we have spiritual bodies, and we are, in this, we have an eternal form, and in this form we are serving different manifestations of Supreme Lord, according to our mood, our desire. But religion does not mean that speculation, that we speculate, God, I believe in God. God is reality. It is the only real thing. And everything else is concocted. It is a part of the imaginary world of Maya illusion, is adjusted to our personal satisfaction. there is another question. Is a renunciant conditioned by matter? Both bhogis and yogis are conditioned. Bhogi means one is running after sense gratification. The only goal is to squeeze, to exploit this material world and other beings to the maximum so that they can get some pleasure out of it. These are the bhogis. And the tyagis are those who realize after many, many births that I cannot get happiness through this running for exploitation and sense gratification in this material plane. So they both are conditioned. Only the devotees are eternally engaged in Krishna's service. The devotees are neither bhogis nor tyagis. The devotees have no personal desire for sense gratification. Rather, they are engaged always in satisfying the Supreme Lord. But both bhogis and tyagis desire material enjoyment and thus suffer material distress. So even the desire of their religions to come to heaven, to go to heaven, and they have experience, near-death experience, everything is so nice there. But this is still, the contamination is there. It is so nice for me, it is, I want to enjoy this. And this will not satisfy the soul or us. It is not, it is temporary. It's because we have to come down again from the heavenly planets. And again enter the material world. But the devotees have no material desire. They are completely free from material desire, so they are actually happy. The occupational duty of the living entity is to serve the Supreme Lord. As soon as the living entity becomes indifferent to the Lord's service, the living entity desires to master the material world. If we are careful, we will not face disturbance either in this world or the next, because we will engage in Krishna's service. So no disturbance will be there. We will not face disturbance. We will face real happiness, because like watering a plant, the plant you have to water for the roots, or when the plant is watered, the plant will be satisfied. So we are also, this is the example that is given. The same way, if we are satisfying the root of all existence, the source of everything, Supreme Lord, the plant will grow nicely, and we will also be healthy, and we will experience something we cannot experience in this material world. Peace, happiness, but we are not running for this happiness. The real highest level is that we want to serve more and more. We want to satisfy perfectly the Lord. And He is perfectly satisfied. This is our satisfaction. This understanding is there at the transcendental plane. Is there on this some comments or question? So this important question and answer is given Chaitanya. What are the functions of the external and internal energies of the Lord? So what is the external world? Everything what we experience in this material world, this is His external energy. It is practically it is I cannot feel matter. And the internal energy is the world where we belong to, and where there is no birth nor death. Eternally we are situated there. This is our real home. So the perishable material world was created by the Lord's external energy, in which the three modes of material nature are active. The eternal spirit of God was manifested by the Lord's internal energy, in which the three potencies, namely Iladini, Sandini, and Samvit, are active. Different energies. Pleasure energy, the eternal energy, the energy of full knowledge. Everything is clear, everything you understand perfectly. The world manifested by the internal energy and the world created by the external energy are different from one another. The living entity is constitutionally both one with and different from the Lord. He was created by the Lord's marginal energy. These three energies, the material, spiritual, and marginal, are eternal. As soon as the living entities who belong to the Lord's marginal energy desires to enjoy a temporary material world, they suffer various miseries. As soon as the godless living entities become averse to the Lord's service, they are attacked by the Lord's external energy. So as soon as we forget our position that we are always servants of the Lord, even if we take birth in this material world, our eternal dharma or religion or activities is that we are servants of the Lord. They are attacked, but as soon as the godless living entities become averse to the Lord's service, they are attacked by the Lord's external energy. Maya, illusion. But when they are inclined towards the Lord's service, the Lord's internal energy helps them to serve the Lord. I ask after every. If everything is clear, we can surrender to the Lord fully.
Theory, difficult to apply all this theory.
What is the obstacles who are coming that we are not able? Then we are,
Our mind.
yes, on the external world, basically. Because we are moving, our eyes, our material senses are focused on the external plane. Everything we see, we want to exploit, we want to enjoy. And this is the illusory energy of the Lord. And it may be sometimes painful. Or let us say, sometimes not painful. It is always painful. If you have experience of the real, then you see that it's a very painful place, this world. But we get used of it, you know. Even we don't have anything, everything is good. We're getting sick, we're getting old, we're getting so many obstacles come, but still, how are you? Yes, good. Good. This is the cheating of illusion, or the external world. Makes us slaves, servants of the body, of our senses. Of course, this is not very easy to overcome this mentality that I am the enjoyer. This is not an easy way, easy thing. But if you get a drop of nectar, you will not forget it, and you want, in the moments where you experience the material world from the negative side, you may think, maybe I should try to find the spiritual or the transcendental plane. So there are different groups in India. Sects such as Owl and Bowl. The question is, are they not Vaishnavas? The owls and bowls are not Vaishnavas. They artificially dress as renunciates, but keep women with them. Even though the activities of a devotee and the mischievousness of a pseudo-devotee appear the same from the external viewpoint, there's a gulf of difference between them. Just as there's a difference between milk and water mixed with limestone. Limestone, white stone, you know. It looks like milk, but it is. Even the activities of a devotee and the mischievousness of sorrow appear the same from the external viewpoint. but there's a gulf of difference between them. Just as there's a difference between milk and water mixed with limestone. The difference with them is like the difference between sky and the earth. Shastra states, Asat Sangatyaga e Vaishnava Aja Sri Stangi Eka Asadu Krishna Bhakta Ora. A Vaishnava should always avoid the association of ordinary people. Common people are very much materially attached, especially the women. Vaishnavas should also avoid the company of those who are not devotees of Lord Krishna. The Babaji who live in cottages are attached to women and the non-devotees. Their association should be firmly rejected. Otherwise, it will be impossible to worship Hari. At the same time, it is always better not to criticize people. So we stay away from such bad association. Let the non-devotees think about sinful activities, and the devotees think about the Supreme Lord. We'll follow in the footsteps of the devotees. So all these religions, what we know almost all, they are all hounded by material desire, by enjoying. Even if they want to come to the heavenly planet, they think this is the goal. And heaven means, yes, perfect enjoyment. Forever. But it is not. It is not, cannot be. So, that's because they are called cheating religions, you know, man-made. They are not following the instruction of the real saints who have realized, who have given their life to the Lord, and who are acting according to His desire, who are purified. We have to find such persons. Very rare in Kali Yuga. Very rare, but we have Shastra. And we have a few souls in this world who are following the Shastras very strictly. And we have developed loving relationship to the Lord. This is, we cannot imagine, because our loving relationship is, we can only think of mundane conception of loving relationships. So, is there anything to say last time? Such great souls as Srila Prabhupada, the founder of Gaudiya Mission Society, and all the disciple successions up to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Madhvacharya, and others are lines also bona fide. So this is thousands of years, it is not changed. The truth is always truth. Truth is truth. This is Gurudev has very much stressed on this. You cannot change truth. Truth is reality. Truth is when we realize the reality of life. And there we have to first realize that we are not immortal. Now, one of our dear devotees, he got a heart attack. So he got an experience. So whatever Krishna arranged, this is reality. We have to accept. Can we live with this? Any moment he can take us. If he wants, he can take us away. And in the material world, everybody has his time and then he has to go. This is reality. This is truth. So we cannot cheat the Lord. We cannot say, no, wait a little bit. I have to pay the rent or whatever. So many do this. No, it's not like this. He may or may not, according to our past activities. Everything is exactly. We have to enjoy or suffer the activities of our past life. And there is not one activity what is not. But maybe he forgot this. Yeah, Maharaj never forget. But as Bhagavad Gita gives us a hope that we can be freed from all this reaction of our past. But again, very rarely we will take this opportunity or we will accept. Because we are not trusting the Lord's His saying. We are the opinion, I am the controller. Everything will happen as I want. But it is not like this. Huh? It's a cruel world where we are living. Who wants this? What's going on now? Maybe some want it, they will get it. And some did some nasty things in past life, now they have to harvest the fruits of their activity. It's just natural. Everything As long as we're not accepting, does not mean we do not die, or we will not get sick, or we will not get problems. Reality is whatever happens. This is reality, and we have to adjust to this reality. Then a devotee, pure devotee, he adjusts his life according to the will of the Lord. He accepts whatever may come, it is his will. This should be the goal of the real devotee. To adjust ourselves to the reality, the beautiful, to the Lord's desire. Whatever happens, it may happen, and nobody can run away. Is it not? Is there argument? No, many materialists would say, but I know one professor, one doctor, he will save me, whatever may happen.
Until now, nobody is saved, even the best doctors.
No, they try it since millions of years. But this is the world of death, Mrityuloka, the planet of death. But there is no death. But we are not interested to understand or to realize who we are ill. The external world is more important to us. This is our guide, that's why we have to get first the desire to understand, to realize it. There's another world beyond this material world. You get different eyes to see this. With this material eyes, you cannot see these things. You have to get spiritual eyes. So then I stop here. Is this okay? Yes, I think. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Param Gurudev Nityalila Bhavistam Vishupad Brahmansa Ligacharya Stota Sasi Srimad Bhakti Sitanda Saraswati Goswami Srila Prabhupada Gita Srila Gurudev Nityalila Bhavistam Vishupad Brahmansa Ligacharya Astota Sasi Srimad Bhakti Vaibhav Buri Goswami Maharaj Gita Nitago Premanti Antakalpadarupyascha Patitan Bhavanekyo Vaishnavipyo Namo